Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Marim Varghese and I'm from St. Kitts College of Engineering, Kerala. My team members are Abhishek, Niranjan and Gopi. Our project is about the classification of hyperspectral imaging. Now what is a hyperspectral imaging? A hyperspectral imaging is a technique that analyzes a wide spectrum of light for each pixel and not just the three primary colors. Now how is this done? When the light strikes the pixel, it's divided into different spectral bands, and this gives us a more accurate and detailed information about the image. So our aim of our project is to classify these hyperspectral images that's captured by the hyperspectral sensors. Now my teammate Gopi will talk about the datasets used in this project.
Indian Pines dataset is a 3D data whose dimensions are 145 cross 145 cross 200. It will be easy to visualize and train the model when the dimensions are 2D. It's a 2D. So we need to reshape the 3D into 2D. And after reshaping, the dimensions of 2D Indian Pines is 21,025 rows and 200 columns. As these 200 columns consist of only numerical data, and there are no missing values in the dataset. For each pixel there will be 200 values corresponding to ground truth, and the ground truth consists of 16 classes, which is a categorical data. So we need to perform one-hot encoding on categorical data. One-hot encoding is a technique such that one-hot encoding is a technique that sets the corresponding value as 1 and the remaining all as 0. So now Abhi will continue.
Hello guys, I'm Abhishek and I'll be presenting the data pre-processing part of the project. Now the reason for data pre-processing is in order to reduce the computational time as well as to increase the accuracy of the data, you have to perform data pre-processing. We used 4 methods for data pre-processing. We reshaped the data, we scaled the data, we removed all the categorical values from the data, and we used dimensionality reduction algorithm. We reshaped the data such that it could be inputted in our model. The scaling was necessary because the variables in the data have huge values, and in order to limit those values, in order to scale those values, we have to use scaling. It is one of the most important methods in data pre-processing. One-hot encoder was used to remove the categorical data, categorical values from the data. Now the reason we remove categorical values from the data is, if you don't remove categorical values from the data, the model considers that the number of times a categorical value is repeated, the more important it is. So it's an absolutely important step to remove that categorical data values. So and the last step was dimensionality reduction. We used PCA, dimensionality reduction algorithm, to reduce the dimensions. Now PCA is basically a trade-off between the input data as well as the computational time. So we first checked out that the variance of each class, the values of those variants were more or less similar. So that means we could use PCA, we could reduce the dimensionality. Now we used PCA and retained 98% of the data that was given to the PCA as an input. And that's it for the data pre-processing. And this pre-processed data was fed into the model, which will be explained by my friend Niranjan.
Hello everyone, I am Niranjan Krishna and I am going to talk about the MLP model that we had used in training using the Indian Pines dataset. Now the MLP model that we had used yielded us a result of around 98.13%. Before training the MLP model using the Indian Pines dataset, we had split it into training and test dataset. Around 15% was the test dataset and 85% was the training dataset. Now we also used some pre-processing tools in our model. One of the main ones that we used was standard scaler. This helped standardize the dataset and this increased our accuracy by around 5 to 6%. And we also used a feature extraction tool called PCA. This helped us reduce the number of components in our dataset from around 200 to 100. What this did was this improved the training speed and also helped improve the efficiency of our model. We also used SVM and decision tree algorithms to test using the Indian PIES dataset. SVM model yielded a result an accuracy of around 81.6%, whereas the decision tree model yielded a result of around 83%. Now obviously the MLP model was the most accurate one, so we used it predominantly in our standalone application. Now I would also like this take this opportunity to thank our mentor Simranjit sir, without whose guidance at each and every step we wouldn't be able to complete this project. He was the one who kept on assuring us that we would be able to complete this project and not to worry too much about it. So we would like to take this opportunity to thank him. Thank you.